Alright, the next game on my list is Dungeon Quest. What can you expect from this one? At first glance, it's all about diving into dungeons, leveling up, and battling monsters. Sounds simple enough, right? But there's a twist. Finding your way through these dungeons isn't as easy as you'd think. Will this game be a grind fest, or does it have enough to keep you hooked? Let's find out. The next game I've decided to try, explore, and review, from my perspective, is Dungeon Quest. So, what do I find here? At first, I noticed that the character selection is quite simple. There's no option to customize the character. So, without much hesitation, I chose a mage character and started the game. Initially, I was dropped into an area I thought was a pit, but later I realized it was a dungeon where I fought monsters, completed various tasks, and gathered resources. I appreciated the ability to mark my path during the game, which allowed me to keep track of where I had been and where I still needed to go. However, even though I could see the places I had visited, I still managed to get lost and couldn't find the exit from one of the dungeons. After finding some missed barrels and boxes, new monsters appeared, and with them came an exit to another dungeon. I'm not sure if this was a coincidence or game mechanics, but it seemed like I needed to defeat all encountered monsters to find an exit. I traveled from one dungeon to another, leveling up and gaining new skills that made battles easier and sped up my progress. I liked that I could restore my health and mana at any time, at least during the trial period. At first, it seemed this game was meant for single player, although the game description mentioned the option to play in teams. Unfortunately, I neither noticed this feature nor found a way to join other players. I couldn't even find a chat to communicate with anyone. Nevertheless, I was pleasantly surprised that I got a companion early on, a puppy that looked like a character from the animated series Paw Patrol. Not only does he look cute, but he also helps in the game as he levels up and provides useful bonuses. Speaking of skills, or splits, they are quite simple, but during the trial period, I couldn't properly master their usage. Switching from Ice Mage to Fire Mage is straightforward. Just change your outfit or staff, and you can enjoy new skills. Both mage variants seemed interesting, as the skills were well thought out and quickly dispatched monsters. I was very pleased when I leveled up to 10 because the Fire Mage skill at this level was indeed powerful and significantly aided in battles, even though my hero was just beginning his journey. Reaching level 10 wasn't too hard. The process was quite fast, but you'll find out what happens next if you try the game yourself. Unfortunately, I didn't get to test the Ice Mage skill because I was killed during gameplay, so I decided to end my journey there. Personally, I found this game average and somewhat monotonous, as much of the gameplay consists of simply defeating monsters in dungeons that don't differ significantly from one another. Dungeon Quest. Review: the game offers a straightforward character selection process with no customization options. It primarily focuses on exploring dungeons, defeating monsters, and leveling up. Despite the ability to mark your path, it can sometimes be difficult to find the exit from dungeons. As you progress, new skills unlock, making battles easier. A positive aspect is the inclusion of a companion that assists in combat. However, the game may feel monotonous due to repetitive dungeon content and constant monster fighting. Let's see what the game itself offers. Dungeon Quest is a popular action game on the Roblox platform, combining MMORPG, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, elements with hack-and-slash gameplay. Players venture into dungeons, battle monsters, and complete quests in a fast-paced and engaging environment. Core gameplay. Players can choose different character classes, such as warriors or mages, each with unique abilities, weapons, and armor that can be upgraded over time. The main goal is to progress through various dungeon levels, fight monsters, collect loot, and enhance your character's skills and gear. As players advance, they face stronger enemies and bosses, requiring strategy and teamwork for success. Game mechanics. Players earn experience points and gold, which can be used to upgrade equipment and skills. It can be played solo or in teams, allowing for group attacks and coordination when facing bosses. Dungeons are procedurally generated, meaning each level feels fresh and different every time. Popularity. Dungeon Quest stands out for its simple yet deep system, frequent updates, and community-driven events. It has become a hit on the Roblox platform, attracting both new and veteran players. Dungeon Quest features various events that attract many players and offer unique rewards or special upgrades. These events are typically tied to holidays or special occasions, such as Christmas events. During the holiday season, players can obtain themed items like winter-themed weapons or armor. Halloween events. Players have the opportunity to collect rare loot, including masks, special effects, and Halloween-themed gear. XP or gold bonuses. Sometimes events offer double experience points, XP, or gold, allowing players to level up their characters faster. These events are usually time-limited, encouraging players to participate actively and earn rare, valuable rewards that are no longer available after the event ends. Dungeon Quest is suitable for a variety of age groups, but is most appealing to those who enjoy MMORPG-style games and hack-and-slash combat mechanics. Here's a breakdown of who might enjoy the game and who might not. Suitable for younger players. Since it's on the Roblox platform, it's designed to be accessible to younger audiences. The game suitable for younger players. Since it's on the Roblox platform, it's designed to be accessible to younger audiences. The game isn't too difficult and lacks any graphic violence, making it appropriate for kids. MMORPG fans. If you enjoy games with character progression, leveling up, gear upgrades, and cooperative missions, Dungeon Quest offers all of these elements. Players who like gaming with friends. Dungeon Quest is great for those who want to team up with friends, as it allows for cooperative dungeon crawling and boss fighting. Players looking for simple yet deep combat systems. While the combat isn't overly complex, it offers depth with various abilities and strategies. Not suitable for players looking for complex stories or worlds. Dungeon Quest doesn't have a deep storyline or narrative, so if you're looking for a game with a strong plot, you may be disappointed. Those who dislike grind-heavy games. Much of the game revolves around grinding, repeatedly fighting enemies to improve your character and gear. If grinding feels tedious to you, Dungeon Quest might not be enjoyable. Players looking for highly competitive gameplay. While there is a competitive aspect where you can compare your progress with others, Dungeon Quest is more focused on cooperative dungeon crawling than direct player versus player PvP. Conclusion: Dungeon Quest is a simple and accessible game that appeals to younger players and MMORPG fans who enjoy dungeon exploration and battling monsters. While the combat system is straightforward, it offers depth through various character abilities and strategies. However, for those seeking a more complex storyline or who dislike repetitive gameplay, the game may feel monotonous. Despite these drawbacks, Dungeon Quest provides a sense of community through cooperative missions and offers a variety of events that engage players with unique rewards and exciting in-game content. I leave you with the gameplay to explore further and can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Exciting things are coming!